I have two UniFi UNAS Pro. The left one is my main unit and the right one is a backup. They have identical storage configuration. As you can see, the left side, the main one, is not using up all the space, right? I have enough space left. And then in the main unit, I configured backups. Basically, it's a simple complete folder backup from the main unit to the backup unit. Very simple. And this backup works fine initially when I set it up. But several days ago, I wanted to rename the two units. Originally, I named them as UNAS 1, UNAS 2, and then I wanted to rename them to UNAS Pro Main and UNAS Pro Backup. Yes, it's very easy to rename the units. I set it, I forgot it. After about 1 day, I received the email in my inbox. The email says UNAS Pro Backup, the new name for UNAS 2, is approaching its storage size. It is a surprise because, as you already saw, the main UNAS Pro had enough space left, right? I didn't understand why just a backup will cause the second unit out of space. To explain what really happened clearly, I have to prepare this slide, even though it's caused by a seemingly very simple UNAS Pro device name change. So the naming convention for the backup folder taken by Ubiquiti is it will take the runtime, the dynamic UNAS Pro's name for the source unit, then add a underscore, and then append the backup task name. For my case, the two units, old names were UNAS Pro 1 and UNAS Pro 2, and I renamed them to UNAS Pro Main and UNAS Pro Backup. And then for the old backup task name, it was backup to UNAS Pro 2. So far so good. The original backup folder name is like this. It's based on the naming convention, right? No problem. Then when I received that particular warning email for my backup unit, at that time, when I went to the web UI, I saw two backup folders. The first backup folder was the old one. That makes sense because that one was already done. It was there. And then because of the name change for the source unit, the system stupidly created a new backup folder with this name. It didn't make sense, but that's how Ubiquiti implemented the backup functionality. Okay, I can live with that, right? But due to a new backup folder name, of course, the system would redo the complete backup one more time to the new backup folder, right? So that's why I ended up with that out of space situation. That was the situation when I log on to the web UI after I received the email. So my decision was very apparent. I delete the old original folder, right? Because it's not usable anymore. When I say delete, the system will move it to the trash can. So then I went to trash can. I removed the folder from trash can as well. I assume the system would take care of it. Then I would have enough space to finish the new backup folder. That was what I thought at that time. After I did all of those, I realized the new backup folder still had the old backup unit name simply because this name was taken from the backup task name and I had this old backup task name, right? So then I went ahead, changed the backup task name as well to this new name. You know what? The system ended up with a third new name. So now the final backup folder name is this one. Due to this simple UNAS Pro device name change, the system ended up with 3 backup folders. Put the very bad design aside from Ubiquiti, let's focus on the issue. Because of the name change, of course, I removed these 2 old obsolete folders to trash can, and then I cleared the trash can, right? Today, I received the second email. The new email is even scarier than previous one. This time, instead of saying the storage space is almost out of space, it is saying storage size reached. The complete disk space had been taken. It's a very bad situation for a NAS. Then I go back to the second UNAS Pro's web UI again. See, this is the trash can functionality for the UNAS Pro. In the right side, even though I already clicked the empty trash link multiple times the other day because I just received a new email, right? Just in case, I click it again and again several more times, nothing's happened. I still have the drive full situation. So now it's time to go to the backend. Let me SSH into the second UNAS Pro, the backup target. Then let me show the disk free. Okay, see this one, Dell MD3. That's my read volume. You can see it's completely used. It's 100% used already. The mount point is volume 1, right? If I go to volume 1, you can see all the folders are hidden. So let me go to SRV. Okay, just from the name, I guess all of my files are in this folder, UniFi drive. Okay, it seems very promising. I believe I have the outer space issue because the files in the trash can have not been completely cleaned up, right? So I do see a folder name. It's called trash can. So let me cd to it. Okay. Strangely, nothing's there. So maybe this trash can folder is global trash can. Let me see whether I have another trash can folder. Let me go to homes folder. Okay, I do see a long string. Okay, see, it has a dedicated trash can folder. Let me go to it. Okay, now we found the problem. See the two folder names? Do they seem familiar? Yes, they are exactly the ones I mentioned in my slide about the old backup folder names. So the system did move them to the trash can folder, but for some reason, it couldn't automatically clean them up. Let me cd to the first folder. Okay. It has all of my old files which I wanted to delete. Let me try to remove them manually. Okay, I got tons of errors. Every single of them has the same error message, no place left on device. So here comes a problem of Btrfs. You may know UniFi NAS use Btrfs as the file system. It needs additional space to store the metadata. Even just to delete the data, delete the file, it needs extra space to complete the operation. That's why here, even though we just want to remove a file, it got error because now the disk is completely occupied. Okay, now we found the root cause already. Previously, I used the Linux standard command df to show the free disk space. This time, let me use the Btrfs command to show more information, which is specific to Btrfs. First, let me run Btrfs fi show. So here you can see the device size and the used size. You can see it's completely used. And then another command, let me show the disk free information for this volume. Okay, so you can see, for example, for metadata, the total size 15 GB and it's almost used up. Based on this type of disk-free information, even just a delete file operation cannot be successfully done. Then go back to the UniFi Web UI for this UNAS Pro. If I go to settings, snapshots, you can see there are totally 8 snapshots already. But here there's a warning, unable to create new one because the storage is full. I need to free up space, right? If I click one of the drive, yes, in the right side, I do see the delete all snapshots option. It doesn't allow me to delete a specific one, but it does provide me a function to delete all. Let me try it. Okay, delete. Okay, you can see delete of snapshot has been done, but I'm facing the exact same problem. The storage is still full. Then let me go back to backend. Yes, on the UI, it tells me the snapshots were deleted already, but let me check it in backend to make sure that's the case. Let me run this command, Btrfs subvolume list. I'm going to list the snapshot for this mount point. Okay, it still lists 8 snapshots. Remember on the web user interface, it told me there were 8 snapshots, right? Apparently none of them were deleted. Let me see whether I can delete them from the command line. Let me try to delete an old one, for example this one. Let me copy it. Let me run this command, Btrfs subvolume delete, followed by the complete path. Okay, it seems it's deleted. Let me list the snapshots again. Yep, it's deleted. We only have 7 left. Let me continue to delete them one by one. Okay, I deleted 4 of them already. Let me list the snapshots again. There are only 4 left. Even though now I should have enough disk space to delete the trashcan files, but let me continue to remove all the snapshots anyway, because I'm worrying about they may slow down the file deletion because they are snapshots. Okay, now all snapshots are deleted. Let me go to the web UI to try to clean up the trash can again. I didn't take screen recording, but I just tried from the UniFi web UI, try to clean up the trash can. It didn't give me any error, but nothing happened. So let me try to do it from backend manually. Let me manually remove one of the deleted folder from the trash can. It will take a long time. I will keep it running. Okay, after 6 hours, finally all the files in the trash can folder were deleted. I'm not showing you the web UI, but I have already resumed the backup. Now the data is flowing from main UNAS Pro to the backup UNAS Pro. So the issue has been completely resolved. Let me summarize what happened. First, due to Ubiquiti's very bad design, the backup folder, the physical folder name in the destination UNAS Pro, is named in a way that is so closely bound with the device name. Any minor change of the device name or even the backup task name will lead to a complete re-backup without any warning. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2, when the issue happened, when the system ran out of space, when I deleted the snapshots or cleaned up the trash can from the web UI, the system didn't show me any error, any warning. It seems everything worked okay, but in fact, when I went to the backend, nothing's happened. So I still need to manually delete the snapshots and delete the trash can files. The third problem, currently UNAS Pro only supports Btrfs, and Ubiquiti must know Btrfs is unique when it comes to space requirement. For example, what I experienced was even deleting a single file was not possible in my case due to the space issue, right? So if that's a known thing, why not leave enough space from the system level? I know from the UI you can set the storage limit, but it's my setting for my own drive from system level. It doesn't matter whether end user set it or not. The system should enforce a limit just to avoid this type of disaster, right? But Ubiquiti doesn't do that. This is a very disappointing day for me because of the very bad experience with the UNAS Pro. I hope it's just because it is still the early day after the UNAS Pro was released. I hope it can be improved. Otherwise, there's no way such software can compete with other NAS. Okay, thanks for watching.